The top speed craze is officially finished as manufacturers have decided not to chase new land speed records for production cars. With that said, one of the most vivid car manufacturers in this regard is the French automaker, Bugatti. The company was founded back in 1909 by Italian, Ettore Bugatti, in Molsheim, France, where it is still headquartered to this day. Over the years, the company has changed ownership a few times. It was officially defunct in 1960, only to be reborn 3 years later, by Hispano-Suiza. From 1987 to 1995, the company was owned by Italian entrepreneur, Romano Ardioli, and in 1998, Volkswagen bought the supercar manufacturer. Since November 2021, Bugatti is under the ownership of Rimac, and about to usher in a new age of electrified, high-performance vehicles. With that said, the company has been at the forefront of performance for the majority of its existence. Since the 1930s, the French car maker has been building some of the most capable road-going vehicles in history, and these 10 are the fastest Bugattis ever made. 10. 2020 Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, 217 miles per hour. Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport is what happens when you want Bugatti's Hyper Grand Tourer in a more track-focused guise. In 2020, the company obliged and gave us a version of the Chiron with revised aerodynamics that increased downforce. New aerodynamic wheels, closer gear ratios, 200 RPM higher revving engine, 110 pounds, 50 kg zero weight reduction and more Alcantara in the cabin are what sets the Pure Sport apart. There's also a tall, fixed rear spoiler. Although the Chiron Pure Sport still packs 1,500 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet, 1,600 Newton-meters, its top speed has been reduced to 217 miles per hour, 350 kilometers per hour. The 0 to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, takes a mind-blowing 2.2 seconds. 9. 1992 Bugatti EB110 SS, 221 miles per hour. 1 year after the Bugatti EB110 GT made its debut, the company released a lighter, more powerful version called the EB110 SS. Visually, the car stood apart from the milder EB110 GT with different wheels and a fixed rear wing. A more extensive use of carbon fiber resulted in a weight reduction from the GT's 3,571 pounds, 1,620 kilograms, to 3,126 pounds, 1,418 kilograms, for the SS. The 3.5-liter, quad-turbo V12 was also massaged for 612 horsepower while the familiar, 6-speed manual sent power to both axles. The 0 to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, was dealt with in 3.2 seconds onto a top speed of 221 miles per hour, 355 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest production car, for a brief time. Before VW's acquisition of Bugatti, Dauber bought the remaining EB110 parts, producing a 230 mile per hour, 370 kilometers per hour, version. 8. 2020 Bugatti Divo, 236 miles per hour. Bugatti Chiron came in 2018 as the successor to the Veyron. The Chiron was the basis for many limited edition versions, among which is the Bugatti Divo. It is a track-focused version, built as a homage to Albert Divo, a racing driver who raced for Bugatti in the 1920s, hence the name. Unlike the Chiron, the Divo was not solely about speed. Although it packs the same, 8.0-liter, quad-turbo W16 as the Chiron, with 1,500 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet, 1,600 Newton-meters, its top speed is limited to just 236 miles per hour, 380 kilometers per hour. Power still went to all four wheels through an 8-speed DCT. The Divo's production ended with 40 examples, built between 2019 and 2021. 7. 2020 Bugatti Centodieci, 236 miles per hour. In 2022, Bugatti celebrated 110 years of its existence with a neo-retro styled Chiron-based model, dubbed the Centodieci, Italian for 110. The Chiron's bones were veiled in the body, inspired by the Bugatti EB110. In this case, the 8.0-liter, quad-turbo W16 produced 1,600 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet, 1,600 Newton meters. With all-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic, the 0 to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, sprint took 2.3 seconds. Despite having extra 100 horsepower than the Divo, the Centodieci's top speed is limited to the same 236 miles per hour, 380 kilometers per hour. The EB110-inspired Bugatti Centodieci was produced only for 2022, with production ending after just 10 examples were built. 6. 2005 Bugatti Veyron 16.4, 253 miles per hour. In 2005, Bugatti took back the world speed record for a road-going car. Bugatti Veyron demolished McLaren F1's long-standing record for the fastest production car, although it did so with a much bigger engine and 4 turbochargers. In its original guise, the 8.0-liter quad-turbo W16 produced 1,001 horsepower and 922 pound-feet, 1,250 Newton-meters. The massive power plant was complemented by an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic and all-wheel drive, resulting in a 0 to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, in 2.4 seconds and a top speed of 253 miles per hour, 407 kilometers per hour. The Veyron, effectively, restarted the speed war in the automotive industry, with companies like SSC, Koenigsegg, and Bugatti exchanging the title multiple times. 5. 2018 Bugatti Chiron/Chiron Sport, 261 miles per hour. Bugatti's W16 hypercar has always been about speed. In 2018, the Veyron was succeeded by the even more bonkers Chiron. The new car brought more sophistication and more power from the same quad-turbo W16, now 1,500 horsepower and 1,180 pound-feet, 1,600 Newton-meters. As with all Veyrons and Chirons, power was managed through an 8-speed DCT and all-wheel drive. Naturally, the Chiron was faster than the Veyron, with the top speed now being 261 miles per hour, 420 kilometers per hour, instead of 253 miles per hour, 407 kilometers per hour. The Chiron's fuel tank would be empty after 11 minutes of flat-out driving. The more track-oriented Chiron Sport was introduced shortly after with identical performance specs. The main difference was slightly more carbon fiber, resulting in 40 pounds, 18 kilograms, less weight and stiffer suspension. 4. 2023 Bugatti Mistral, 261 miles per hour. Bugatti Mistral is one of the many versions, based on the Chiron. The company describes it as the ultimate roadster, and the 1,500 horsepower, 8.0-liter, quad-turbo W16 is certainly a strong argument for that. The rest of the Chiron's hardware, among which the 8-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive, are also a direct carryover. The Mistral's production is to commence this year, with deliveries expected in 2024. Production is limited to 99 units and with a top speed of 261 miles per hour, 420 kilometers per hour. The Mistral is one of the fastest roadsters, with only the Venom F5 and Koenigsegg Agera RS Roadster being faster. 3. 2010 Bugatti Veyron Supersport, 268 miles per hour. After the American SSC Ultimate Aero stole the Veyron's top speed record, the French company decided to reclaim it. It did so with the 2010 Bugatti Veyron Supersport, a more powerful version of the W16 hypercar with 1,200 horsepower and 1,106 pound-feet, 1,500 Newton-meters. Volkswagen's Airlessian test track, the Veyron Supersport managed an average top speed, from 3 runs, of 268 miles per hour, 431 kilometers per hour, which was enough for a Guinness World Record. On its first run, the Veyron SS managed 270 miles per hour, 434 kilometers per hour. Only 48 production versions of the Bugatti Veyron Supersport were produced. All cars sold to the public were limited to 258 miles per hour, 415 kilometers per hour. 2. 2019 Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, 304.8 miles per hour. The Chiron Supersport 300 Plus was when Bugatti decided to take the gloves off. As the name suggests, the target was 300 miles per hour, 483 kilometers per hour. The Ultimate Chiron relied on a 1,600 horsepower version of the quad-turbo W16, depth or, the same version of the 8.0-liter lump also powered the Centodieci. The Super Sport 300++ was also 248.9 mm, 9.8 inches, longer in order to be more stable at high speeds. Naturally, the top speed run was executed at Volkswagen's Arlesian test track in August 2019, where the Chiron SS 300++ managed 304.774 miles per hour, 490.486 kilometers per hour. Just 30 production copies were built. 1. 2023 Bugatti Bolide, 311 miles per hour. When we first learned of the Bugatti Bolide, we thought the closet it would get to production is the concept stage. However, the company started production back in 2021 with the promise that the first batch of cars would reach its owners in 2024. Bolide means race car, so you can expect this to be a track-focused version. However, this time, racetrack prowess will not come at the cost of a lower top speed. Bugatti promises that the Bolide will be capable of 311 miles per hour, 500 kilometers per hour, when it arrives. This is, partially, thanks to a version of the 8.0-liter, quad-turbo W16 that makes 1,850 horsepower and 1,364 pound-feet, 1,849 Newton-meters. As always, power goes to all four wheels through a 7-speed DCT. Production is limited to 40 units.